Hi, and welcome to the North American Bitcoin Conference. I'm Alex Mashinsky, CEO and co-founder of Celsius Network, and we're going to be talking today about why all roads lead to decentralization. If you don't know much about Celsius, we do two simple things. We earn interest, earn yield for you. We pay the highest yield out there, and we issue loans. We charge less for loans than anybody else, right? And all that stuff helps the community hodl more and basically gets you to the finish line here, right? With as many coins as you can. So let's talk about Cryptoland. Again and again, prices go up, prices go down, institution join, institution leave, right? 2021 is the year of Bitcoin, right? It's the year in which we are finally going through this transition of handing off the baton from the weak hands, from the speculators, to the strong hands, to the hodlers, to the institutions. And what that means is higher prices, right? Higher prices for Bitcoin, higher prices for Ethereum, as more and more people want to put their hands on fewer and fewer available coins. So Celsius has basically pulled together almost 500,000 users now worldwide, and they've entrusted us with over $5 billion in assets. That makes Celsius the second largest asset manager. So our job here is to make sure that there is a second use case in the crypto community. We know about store of value. Obviously, Bitcoin is an exceptional system of store of value. And what Celsius has done is use the Ethereum platform and other smart contracts to deliver yield, sustainable, consistent yield on 45 different assets. We support 14 blockchains and 31 different tokens, right? So the reason you should be thinking about yield is because earning more and keeping more coins is the name of the game, right? And when you can basically earn 5, 6, 7%, in some cases on stable coins, for example, you can earn more than 10%, and that compounds over time. Over several years, you'll be ending up with 50, 60, 70% more coins in your pocket than you started with. We've seen basically the first million people join crypto. It took a decade for us to find 1 million people to trust the system, to understand how it is, to help us develop technologies that make it easier for others to join. And what you will see in the next decade, in the next 10 years, is hundreds of millions of people join as Bitcoin and Ethereum and other networks basically take hold, solve the scalability problems, and provide us with much, much more utility or many, many more ways of using these services in our day-to-day lives. We've seen prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum drop as low as 80%, right? They dropped from the highs, 80%, which scared a lot of the users and made, again, people leave the community. What we need to do going forward is really make sure that we have much more stability that will enable all the newcomers, all of these hundreds of millions of people who are joining, to stay in Cryptoland instead of going back to fiat land. What we're seeing again and again in traditional finance is how irresponsible the behavior of the central bank and the commercial banks and the government printing trillions of dollars of fresh capital, right, and throwing it into the market, how that is driving adoption into cryptocurrencies. The smartest investors in the world have basically all announced that they have some allocations into Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Many of them have announced billions of dollars in holdings, which prove to you, which show you that the migration of money or fiat from the old world, from centralized finance to decentralized finance is accelerating. And that's why we keep saying that all roads lead to decentralization and all roads lead to a future in which digital currencies are the standard, right? So the other thing is that banks have failed, all of us, in enabling us to allow our money to earn money, right? Between the fees that they charge and almost zero rates that they pay out, banks have failed to help their customers scale and get them to financial independence. The crypto community has an amazing opportunity to pick that baton, to take that responsibility away from the banks and win over all these customers. If we can deliver appreciation, we can deliver that store of value, the safety, and on top of that, also deliver yield, we will have the two most important components that most people are looking for as they migrate from the fiat world into the crypto world. So the future is in our hands. It's ours to lose. The question is, are we going to deliver, or are we going to drop the baton here and let somebody else run with it? Crypto has a lot of competition. We have central banks like the Chinese central banks, CBDCs, right, issuing digital currencies. We have the corporate version coming out from Facebook and other companies. So this is a three-man horse race, right? We have the government, the corporate, and the open source community competing with each other, right? And it's not necessarily clear who is going to be the winner here. It's not clear if the crypto community, as we know it today, will be the one to get to mass adoption. But it's definitely clear that we are not doing the best job we can in attracting, again, hundreds of millions of people to join us. Between the scams and all of the bad projects and the rug pulls and all the other things that are happening, again, we keep recycling users and recycling people that could be basically continuous supporters of the crypto community. And we're giving a better chance to somebody like Facebook to just come and grab all of these users because their starting point is much better than ours. They already have over 2.5 billion customers using them every day. So the challenge for us is also to bring women into crypto. Today, only 15% of all the crypto users are women. And we know that we cannot win this revolution if we continue just to talk to ourselves and not invite others to what's happening here, right? So to summarize the opportunity here, we're going after all the money in the world, right? I mean, digital currencies, cryptography-based crypto assets are the future. We know that for sure. And we know that the old system cannot either support or transition into this new technology-based infrastructure. So if we win all the money in the world. And if we lose, the value that we have in those assets will disappear as well, because we only win. Bitcoin becomes more valuable and has a higher price only if we grow the community. If we cannot grow the community, the value of the assets, the number of participants will decrease, and so will the value of the Bitcoin. So I'm calling on all of you to think hard on how do you create more value? How do you share that value with the community? How do you invite others to participate in this? And join us on this journey to make the public version of cryptocurrencies the winner in this race.